said at one point to Thomas, "I want you, but I don't want him," referring to Arthur. By the end of the month, Arthur was moved out of Emma's children's bedroom and made to sleep on the living room floor. Arthur's school reopened on the 8th of June, but he was not in attendance. Thomas was contacted by the school about this, but provided various excuses for his absence. The couple installed a camera at home to monitor Arthur during his isolation. Arthur spent 35 hours of the 3-day period between the 12th and the 14th of June in the hallway, having been forced to do so by his father and Emma. He was slapped by Emma anytime he entered the living room. The camera also recorded the couple and Emma's children enjoying food and activities which Arthur was not allowed to participate in. One evening, Thomas belted Arthur's legs and later told Emma to just end him. On the morning of the 16th of June, Arthur appeared in the CCTV footage to be weak, in visible pain and struggling to lift his bedding. Thomas and Emma went to their hairdresser's house, where Arthur was constantly shouted at by them both. Arthur was secretly given a drink of water by the hairdresser's partner, who later described him as malnourished and a poor little kid who was broken. After getting home, Emma went upstairs at about 2 p.m. Later at trial, the prosecution argued that she gave Arthur an overdose of salt in the bathroom around this time, although Emma denied this. Additionally, Emma photographed Arthur crying in the hallway at 2:15 p.m. Emma is believed to have carried out the fatal assault at 2:29 p.m. when she went into the hallway where Arthur was located. She shook Arthur and hit his head against a hard surface multiple times. 12 minutes later, after Emma had called Thomas, she called 999 and told medics that Arthur had fell and banged his head, and whilst on the floor banged his head another 5 times. Emma then took a photo of Arthur whilst he was dying and sent it to Thomas. Paramedics and officers arrived on scene shortly after the emergency call was made. Arthur was left with an unsurvivable brain injury. He was taken to Birmingham Children's Hospital, however, doctors were unable to save him and he passed away later that night. At the time of his death, a medical review found that he was covered in 130 bruises, that he had been poisoned with salt, and that the extent of his injuries were compared to torture. The case made a significant impact on the local community. The head of Solihull Council reported that social workers had been forced to leave their homes due to abuse and threats related to the case. Both Thomas Hughes and Emma Tustin were arrested on the evening of the 16th of June. Police officers examined hundreds of videos, audio files and photos found on Emma and Thomas's phones and analysed thousands of text messages they sent to each other. They uncovered